Hello everybody, Jackson here from the Wealth Squad. Today we'll be talking about the wash sale rule. Now, if you're not familiar with this rule, please listen up because it will save you money if you do understand it. And if you do not understand it, you will lose money because of it. So let's get right into the video. Today we're going to be walking an example of buying Apple today at 150. Okay, August 16th, today, Monday. Let's say you bought it at 150. Now, tomorrow, let's say you sold it at 140, right? You lost money. Let's say Apple fell $10. You automatically get a loss of $10, right? That's the realized gain. Now, on Wednesday, your opinion on Apple changes. You're now bullish again. You buy back at 140. This loss will automatically be deferred into your cost average, the same amount that you lost, right? So you lost $10 here, you bought it at 140, your actual cost basis will be 150. Now, it may take a day to realize it on your brokerage, but sooner than later, you're going to find out, wait, I didn't buy it at 150, I bought it at 140. But the wash sale rule exists and deferred your loss into your cost average to account for the loss, because you have to wait 31 days after you sell to buy again. That's the rule. That's the wash sale rule. Now, let's say your shares that you bought, on Wednesday, you wait a couple months because now you're scared. You don't want to trigger the wash sale rule again. You sell it a couple months later for 180, right? 66 days passed from the 18th to the 23rd, but you still have to account for this because the payment, the loss is deferred over, so is the holding period. So it may not matter too much, but on your actual statements, it will say 67 days instead of 66. Even though you technically held this share for 66 days, it will say 67. And instead of 140 average, it'll be 150 because this is transitioned over. So whatever you buy it at, right? Let's say you buy Apple at 140 on Wednesday, and it goes up to 145, you're automatically like, sweet, I'm up a couple percent, I'm up $5. But in reality, it usually takes a day to settle. The next day, it will say 150, and you'll be down $5. You're like, what? I didn't buy that 150. This must be an error. It's not an error. It's the wash sale rule being applied to your account. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into this. How do you avoid it? Avoid buying back stock until at least 31 days of selling it. So after you sell it, wait at least 31 days to buy it again. That's only if it's at a loss. Now, let me say that again. It's only if it's at a loss, right? If you buy at 150 and sell at 160, you don't have to wait 31 days to buy it again. Only if it's at a loss, then the wash sale rule applies. Now, if you buy in stock and sell a stock, you have to wait at least 31 days after the sale until you can buy back shares without triggering the wash sale rule if it's at a loss. And then you'd have to defer your loss to the next trade if you do trigger that rule. Now, if you sell a stock at a loss and buy back the same stock or closely similar, so let's say, Google B and C shares, right? The tickers are GOOG or GOOGL, or maybe it's Class A and Class C. That's different tickers, but it's the same stock. If you buy GOOG and sell it, you can't buy back GOOGL and still assume that you're not going to get a wash sale rule. Another thing, not even the same company, but within the same industry. So honestly, Uber and Lyft, this could happen, right? So let's say you buy Uber at $40, sell it at $35. That $35 is a $5 loss. Then you buy Lyft at $20. It will automatically say that you bought Lyft at $25 because that wash sale rule applies to the same industry or close competitors. So you have to watch out for this rule. And if you wait after those 31 days, then the loss will not be deferred. It'll just be written on your statement at the end of the month. Now, this is a tricky part. This is where I got burned, right? That's why I'm making this video. I lost money with the wash sale rule. I did not understand that even if you average down and you sell above your average, that the wash sale rule applies, right? So I'm a pretty good trader investor, right? I don't lose very much. But when I do lose, apparently it's when I average down, right? So I am trading this stock right now. I bought, in the past, I bought at 210, 200, 190, 180. So my average is right around, 200 and 190. And then if I sell the stock at 200, this $210 purchase lot is losing money. Now, what I did is I waited a couple days and I bought back the stock again when it's near the 180s because it's cheap, right? I think it's going to go back up. Automatically, the next day, I see 190 purchase price. I'm like, what? No. Like, I didn't purchase at 190, I purchased at 180. Looked up into the TD Ameritrade platform, said wash sale rule, this is what it accounted for, and it's like 56 bucks on 5 shares or something, like, or 60 something. So it was like 10 or 12 bucks per share that I lost that went into my cost basis because I did not understand this wash sale rule. Overall, my trade was profitable, right? Because I made money. I purchased all at these prices and I sold above the average price. But this first purchase lot lost money. Maybe the second one did too. I did not know that the wash sale rule applied for that, and so I got burned. So that's why I'm making this video. Hopefully you learned something. After 31 days of selling a stock, you could buy it again if you lost money. Even if you didn't lose money and you average down, make sure it's the first most expensive purchase lot that's not losing money in order to buy back again. Don't be like me and make a easy learned mistake because you didn't look it up or something like that. Hopefully if you're watching this video, you don't lose any money due to the wash sale rule, and hopefully I saved you some as well.